If you're an agency owner and you're trying to figure out how to best bring value to your clients, all while keeping everything profitable for you as a business owner, then you need to watch this video. In this video, I'm going to show you how you can actually get an extra $2,000 to $5,000 per month per client while integrating a simple lead generation service for your business. As agency owners, we're often on this output schedule, so we are constantly doing things for others, for your clients, such as social media, SEO, writing emails. And the thing about it is that we work so hard on the back end, but sometimes the clients may just not see anything. What the clients really want is ROI, so a return on their investment. And the best way to do that is making sure that they are getting quality leads and they are getting leads that are actually interested in their products and services. So with that being said, I'm going to show you 5 different examples of different types of agencies and different types of offers that you can actually offer to your clients or add on to your existing offers. So therefore you can actually make more money and you can actually be more valuable to your clients. Everything that I'm talking about today only takes about 10 to 30 minutes max to actually implement per client, and you'll be able to see the value. Your clients will be able to see the value. They'll be happy because you are not only doing your core service of delivering social media or doing email marketing or whatever it is your main service is, but you are also bringing in leads for them. So you are bringing in email addresses, people who are interested in their products and services, people who are actually owned traffic because now they have an email list, and you're doing all of this for them. And so it's going to be very difficult for a client to say, you know what, I've been working with you for a couple months, I don't see the return on investment, so I'm just going to go ahead and cancel my services. But if you're bringing in consistent leads for them month after month, they are going to want to keep you around. So go ahead, take a look at this video. We're going to go through 5 agency examples, but I know this will work for different types of agencies. But we're going to go over 5 examples in today's video. If you have any questions about anything, leave a comment down below, and let's go ahead and get into my presentation so we can talk about it. Most agencies are stuck in this whole output mode, right? So us as agencies, we're used to doing things for the client, making a lot of things for the client, delivering things for the client, but long story short, our clients are looking for what we actually look for as agency owners for our own business, and that is generating more leads for our business so we can make more revenue, okay? So eventually your clients are going to start asking, where are my leads? Where's my return on investment? And when they can't see direct results from what you do, they are going to churn, okay? This has been something that I've experienced myself as an agency owner. This is something that I've experienced myself as someone who has hired an agency, and we'll get to that here in a little bit with these examples. But I just want to let you know, if you're an agency owner, one way that you can make yourself more valuable in your clients' eyes is to add in lead generation services. And this can be added in pretty much any type of agency that you have. And I'm going to go over some examples here. Okay, so we want to, obviously, as agency owners, make as much money as we can and not add in a ton of work for ourselves, but also add in a lot of value for our clients, okay? So instead of just running social media ads for a client or just posting social media for a client, what if you told them that you can post on their socials and at the same time generate a certain amount of leads for them per month, per quarter, per whatever, instead of just having an active social feed? That would be inherently more valuable to that client than having posts 4 or 5 days a week, okay? So let's look at some examples. I'm going to go into number one, an SEO agency, because I think this works really well for an SEO agency because they are actually doing lead generation, but they are doing lead generation in a way that clients may not see any real results for a long time, right? So maybe they're not seeing their Google rankings going up, or maybe they're not seeing a big upswing of traffic on Google Analytics, but while you're doing this SEO, if you are bringing in people to get on their email list, they will start to see how valuable it is. And so it works in tandem. So you're bringing this traffic in organically with SEO, and at the same time, you're getting that traffic to convert to get them on an email list for your client, okay? So say, for instance, you are an agency and you charge $3,000 a month, but if you could do the SEO and add in lead generation, you could potentially add in another $2,500 per month. Okay, so the SEO agency is not just doing SEO anymore. What they're doing is creating lead magnets for their clients, like how to buy your first house and home buying checklists. So this way they're capturing that organic traffic that they're actually driving, okay? So you're going to position this as an SEO agency as, why drive traffic to your site if you're not actually capturing the leads? Okay, so the strategy here for SEO agencies is to get more website visitors through SEO and get new email subscribers for the clients from that organic traffic. Okay, your new pitch is going to be, we'll optimize your site and capture every visitor into a lead generation system that turns into revenue. So the revenue impact can be great. Like I said, $2,500 a month for an extra 10, 30 minutes per month creating lead magnets. And you can create these super quickly. I'll show you that here in a little bit. But this is a great example of how an SEO agency can add in more revenue on their monthly recurring revenue retainer services. Okay. Next up is a social media agency. So you're posting on social, you're making people aware of someone else's business. They have you posting on social 4 or 5 times a week, whatever it may be, right? So you can have a new package now that not only houses social media management, but it's social media management plus email list growth. And we're doing that for an extra $1,500 a month. And we can have lead magnets like the social media content calendars for small businesses and how to choose a financial advisor that converts those followers into email subscribers. So they're posting on Instagram for you, and the call to action is a lead magnet that you have created for that particular business. And you can test this out. You know, you can do this monthly, you can test this out monthly, you can do A/B testing, you can do this quarterly, whatever it may be. But this makes your service inherently more valuable because you are creating these lead magnets and you are getting people on the email list for them, okay? So the strategy is that every social post now drives to a lead magnet instead of just hoping for people to actually see the post and like the post and comment on the post, right? So your new value proposition here would be, we don't just get you followers, we turn those followers into owned assets, email subscribers who become customers. So what would you like to do with an extra $1,500 per month per client by adding in this lead magnet strategy? Okay, so think about it. These people are 10 times more likely to renew because they're going to start seeing that ROI when you give them that list of how many email subscribers you've gotten them over that past month. Next up is an ad agency. So I have experience with ad agencies, and in my personal experience, I just threw a lot of money out the window. But if I had an ad agency that not only did my ads, but they also created lead magnets on my behalf, and I actually saw that I was getting new email subscribers, they would be 10 times more valuable in my book, and I would be able to justify spending that money knowing that I have new email subscribers that were interested
in my products and services in the first place, okay? So original service, Facebook ads management, $3,000 a month. And I can tell you this is pretty spot on with what I've known to pay for ads. But if you were to add on this lead magnet package, I believe an ad agency could easily charge $5,000 a month for this service or more, okay? Remember, I'm telling you numbers here, but you most definitely can charge more, okay? So what we added, instead of just driving traffic to product pages, you're creating lead magnets that capture emails before the sale, okay? And another thing is that I didn't write on here is that with lead magnets, when you're doing ads on Facebook, LinkedIn, whatever, usually your cost for those leads actually starts to go down when you're using lead magnets instead of directing them to a landing page where they're paying money or they need to actually put in information to pay money, right? So the strategy. So as an example, for a fitness brand, create a 7-day at-home core blaster and maybe an understanding micronutrients ebook that captures emails and then nurtures those leads through email sequences while retargeting them with ads, okay? So the new positioning here is we don't just run ads, we build you an asset, an email list that reduces your dependency on paid ads forever. The next thing is your revenue impact. So if you're adding on an extra $2,000 a month per retainer, that really does add up. Next, a web design agency. So the old model is maybe paying $8,000 for a website, okay? The new model is getting a new website plus a lead generation setup would be maybe an extra $2,000 up front, and then you charge an extra $1,000 a month as a retainer ongoing because you're creating lead magnets for them. So every website now includes integrated lead magnets like common questions about estate planning answered, or is it time to update your will checklist if you're in the legal category, plus opt-in forms and email automation setup. So the recurring component would be that you are going to maintain and optimize the lead generation system. So creating new lead magnets quarterly or monthly and managing the email sequences. And then your revenue impact, instead of hunting for new web design clients every month, you have this ongoing monthly retainer that you can charge more than just generalized website maintenance for. Okay. So this one here is an email marketing agency. So this one fits in really well because we're talking about emails here. So the old model is an email newsletter management system or retainer where you're charging $1,200 a month. The new model is email marketing plus list building at $3,000 per month. So what has changed here? You can now create monthly lead magnets like your 5-step blueprint for launching an online course and public speaking cheat sheets that continually grow your clients' email list while you manage their campaigns. Instead of just managing the subscribers, you're actively growing the list with targeted lead magnets that position your clients as experts. So you are writing these newsletters for people on a weekly basis or maybe even a monthly basis, whatever your contract is. But tell me, how much more valuable would it be instead of just writing the newsletter that you are actively getting new subscribers for the newsletter at the same time? So the value transformation here is going from being a newsletter sender to being a business growth partner. The revenue impact here is an extra $1,800 per month per client, and you can prove direct ROI through list growth metrics that translate into revenue. Okay, so I went over 5 different agency types, and you can just see if we add on one client for each agency, adding in lead magnet, lead generation services, you can see that this could be a lot of money, okay? So this is one client for an annual contract. $30,000, $18,000, $24,000, $12,000, $21,600. Okay, so you can actually make a lot of money doing this. Okay, so how can you actually implement this into your agency? Okay, so of course I got to tell you about Magnetify. You can do this with Magnetify, and you can have client workspaces where you can create all the lead magnets you need to create for that particular client and set everything up as far as the webhooks, the emails, and everything else that need to go out for that lead magnet. Okay, so you can do this for your agency very easily. And I told you it's Magnetify, so I'm going to take you in on the back end just to show you how easy it is to set everything up for a client. Okay, so here we are in Magnetify, and we are on the dashboard page. I'm going to show you exactly how easy this is. So with Magnetify, you have the option of changing workspaces here and adding in workspaces depending on what plan you have in order to start afresh for each client. So that is what you would do as an agency. You would assign everybody their own workspace so it has their specific information on it. So you can set up the webhooks that way. You can also set up their privacy settings. You can have specific lead magnets specifically for them. And so as you can see, once you create a lead magnet, you can have all the lead magnets that you need for that particular client that are actually here on the lead magnet page. But in order to create a new lead magnet, it's super simple. So with Magnetify, we have the options of a lead page, an ebook, and a mini course. And so the most time intensive is going to be the mini course. And if you're gonna actually offer this as an agency, I would probably go up on your fees because number one, they are going to need a video, or are they going to have you create a video? So think about it. Either way, it's going to take a little bit of time. So they're going to need to actually record that video themselves, or maybe if they had some back information, maybe they did a webinar way back when, or a seminar or session or something, and they have a video there, you can most definitely create that mini course here. But I'm just going to go through each one and show you. So with the lead page, is simplest if I just show you the templates, because this is what everything is going to look like. So you can go in if you have a particular client and maybe they are an author, right? So you can go in and you can alter a template for them that is already made here within Magnetify. And so basically this is very straightforward, very simple. You come in here, you put in your text. If you need to put in a table, if you need to put in images, you can do that. If you need to put in a booking link, you can embed a booking link for your client. You can do all of that here within a lead page. I'm just going to preview this just to show you what this looks like here. As someone who is actually putting together their lead page and putting together their lead magnet, it's going to be ungated for you. You run the lead magnet through an incognito window, you'll be able to see the pop-up that is going to block everything until someone puts in their name and their email address. So this is what this looks like as a lead page, okay? Very simple, very straightforward. This will not take you much time to put together. Most definitely, it could probably take you 10 to 15 minutes to put together if you're using a template. You're just putting in their information here. If you wanted to generate something with AI, all of the options have that here for the lead page, the ebook, and the mini course. You can go ahead and generate a lead page with AI. You can go ahead and tell it what you want it to generate a page on. You can attach something for it to reference, and then you can have that created for you, okay? So next would be a ebook. Ebooks are very simple, and same thing, you can generate with AI. For the ebooks and the mini courses, we have AI set to actually generate one page, one section at a time. This is not meant to do like a 300-page ebook generated from AI. So if you wanted to do that, you can most definitely use the AI, and then you're just going to upload a cover design and add in all the pages you need. And what's going to happen is when this is rendered, and when people see this as a lead magnet, they're going to be able to actually download the PDF after they put in their email and their name. Next would be a mini course. So we're going to go out of here. We're going to go back to dashboard, and the mini course is very simple to set up as well. Like I said, this one's going to take you the most time, which is not that much time at all. It's just the simple fact of getting that video and getting that information. So you can put in as many sections as needed. So right here, this is going to be your home screen. You're putting in your video. You can actually upload a video from your computer, or you can actually put in a YouTube video link or a YouTube video live. There is a difference there, but you can actually add either one of those in there, and that's going to populate. You're gonna put in your course cover, the title, and the description of the course. And you can, like I said, you can add in new cards, meaning new sections for your course. And the generation with AI is straightforward. Once again, like I said, it's section by section if you want to do that, but this is not going to take a lot of time at all. And once you get leads, they are going to show up here, and you can actually export that, and you can show this to your client. You can give them an Excel sheet with the lead information. And then in addition to that, you have the integrations tab here to where you can actually put in a webhook, and you can have the lead automatically sent over to your email service provider like ActiveCampaign or Kit or wherever they may go. And that way they have their email list, they have a new subscriber, you are making more money, and it's very simple to implement. If you have any questions about anything, any questions about Magnetify, any questions about lead magnets in general, go ahead and leave me a comment down below, and I'll see you in the next video. Remember, if you actually like this type of video and you actually like me talking about lead magnets and how you can actually make more money in your business with the lead magnets, go ahead and drop that down in the comments below too, and make sure you like the video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so already, and I'll see you in the next video.